Hey everybody, welcome to eTrailer.com. I'm Bobby, and today we're taking a look at the Hollywood Destination 4 bike rack carrier on our 2020 Cadillac Escalade. Now right away, as you can see, we do have a nice stable platform rack with us today. However, we do have some frame contact, so if you are trying to find a way of getting those carbon frames to your destination, this is probably not going to be the option for you just right out of the gate, as we do have some frame contact. Now it does look a little bit busy to me, just kind of a first aspect, but however, let's go ahead and start breaking down some of the features, and you'll see it's actually quite simple to use. On the tail end here, we do have some nice little white reflectors. I always like pointing these out. You don't see them a lot on the bike racks, and they're just something that I'm not sure why they're not standard on everything. It just alerts those drivers behind you of where our bike rack is, especially with it being black, and maybe we don't always have all of those bikes on there. So just alerting the drivers that are behind us to our presence is always going to be nice. Now taking a look here, we do have these nice cradles in the bottom here. And let's go ahead and get this guy out of the way just so that we can see, and we can go ahead and show you how that works. These cradles, you can see, pretty nice subset. You're going to get most of your cradles to actually fit most wheels that you might have. Keep in mind, if you start getting really excessive there, you might have a few issues of actually fitting in the cradle, as well as these extremely long straps on our ratchet here. As you can see, these are going to be great of getting around those really, really big tires. So I don't think we're going to have too many issues of actually fitting those tires on here. And very simple to use. We have a nice little plastic padding on here that's going to reduce any kind of damage to our wheel as we go down. And again, the use is very simple. I like this little tab that they have on the end. Just a little hole to actually get that finger in. Make sure you're getting it nice and tightened down without having to pinch too hard on you. As you can see, we are going to be able to fit about 4 bikes on this platform, and at 35 and 35-pound capacity as well, we're going to get most of our standard bikes up on this rig with no problem. So let's go ahead and take a look at actually getting this bike off our frame. As we mentioned before, we do have these ratchet straps systems down here, and all those simply do is push on that lever, pull them out, and get them nicely tucked out of the way. And we go ahead and repeat the process on the other side. Again, these are going to be great of actually keeping those wheels in our cradles as well. As we get on the road, we're not going to be getting that friction as it jumps up and down as we go. Going to get no trouble at all. Inside the arms here, we do have this nice foldable mast. However, you can see we have these little cradle systems here. As you can see, these are actually pretty well adjustable for any style of frame that you have, so it makes it very versatile. We can get a whole bunch of different kinds of bikes on here. Keep in mind, if you have those step-throughs, you might have a few little issues, so I recommend if you may need a bike adapter bar just to make it work. However, because it's so adjustable, as you can see, this can even spin. I don't think we're going to have too many issues getting most of our bikes to work for us today. All right, so to complete this takeoff, let's just go ahead and push this lever through. Let me get a better adjust here on this, guys. Sorry. And we just want to make sure you're supporting that frame with your offhand on the back end there. Makes it very easy to take off. Getting that strap out of the way for ourselves. And then we can just simply walk our bike off on one end, and we're ready to hit the trail. Another thing I want to mention with this, as you can see, it does add a little bit of height. However, we can actually condense that down quite easily. If you take a look here, we just have this little knob here. All we want to do, loosen that up. As you can see, that's actually going to pinch this lever in, so we can actually go ahead, loosen it maybe just a little bit more. And that lever is just going to spin right out. As you can see, it just has a little hook element there. And we can set that to the side. And then we go ahead and lay these down, getting those just kind of fit in there as we want. And that's a good time, too, to take these extra straps, actually get that condensed and put away. So let's go ahead and complete that so we can get this guy tilted up and away for ourselves here. And like I said, it can be a little busy here, but keep in mind, you're getting a lot of tie-down points with it too. Even though these things kind of get in the way, they are going to be great at actually securing your bike to your rack, so that's definitely not something to sleep on. And even though it seems like a little bit of a disadvantage, you're actually getting out quite a lot of it. So just for today, we're going to make this quick and simple on ourselves and tag that guy down. Now with any hitch-mounted accessory, we are going to add length to our vehicle, so let's go ahead and take a look at how much we are adding. Now we are on the Cadillac Escalade today with us, so keep in mind we are adding a little bit of length to already a long vehicle. So at 40.5 inches, we definitely have a sizable amount of room to work with. Keep in mind though, we do have 4 bikes on here as well, so we're getting a lot out of it. Let's go ahead and take a look to see how we can actually condense this down though. In the back here, we have a nice little coupler pin. Just pull that guy right out. And we have a nice little turning knob here. And all we want to do is spin that out. Nice and simple like. And I like this little rubber strap. It just keeps it right there for me. I can go ahead and let it hang. Don't have to worry about it. And then we can just simply walk our mast up into its folding position. And as we get it set, you'll feel it click right in place. And we can go ahead and fit that bolt right back into place. And as you can see, we go ahead, tighten that bad boy down like so, and just get it nice and secure. Again, it takes a little time to deal with, so if you're looking for a lot of easy use, this might not be the best option. However, we know we are getting this nice and secured, so we actually want to get this parked in a way we're not going to have to worry about this falling down on somebody else as we're parking it. It's going to be nice and secure for us. So let's go ahead and take a look at how much length we've actually shaved down. And taking a look here, looks like lines up pretty good with the back of this guy. So from the rear of our bumper to the very end, looks like we're about 13 inches even. So already shaving down near about 30 inches on the back of our vehicle. That's going to be nice when we actually get those bikes off of here. We want to get in those tight places where we're parking. Maybe we can even pull this in the garage. Keep in mind, we're on the Escalade, so we're having a little length already there. However, that condense is going to be very nice. Taking a look at here as well, an important dimension to keep in mind is our clearance. And with this nice rise in our shank, I don't think we're going to have too many issues as well. But let's give it a quick look. And going from the ground to the bottom here, looks like we're about 24 3/4 inches to our bottom of our mast here. So again, I don't think we're having any issues. Keep in mind, as those front wheels go up, the bottom wheels go down, and so will everything in the back. So if you have anything very steep, just bear in mind you do have 23 inches or so to work with. But don't think we're going to have too many issues. And moving our way down this shank here, we do have a nice 2-inch shank, so we know it's going to be solid. It's going to fit into our 2-inch shank quite nice. And at the back here, we do have an anti-rattle hitch pin bolt that has been put in here. All that simply does, it's threaded. It's going to sink in, get it nice and tight, and look, it's going to get us nice in line with our frame. That way, our bikes are going to feel it less as we go down the road. Our vehicle and us are going to feel it less. We're not going to get all that jostling in play as we move around. And on the back here, we do have a nice included locking core that actually is on this other side. So that's going to be a great way of securing this rack to our vehicle. So if you're looking at a way of getting a pretty stable platform rack, of actually getting your bikes to the trailhead, this is going to be a great option for you. Keep in mind, it does have frame contact, so not going to be the best option for those carbon frames. And it looks a little busy, but you are getting a lot of tie-down points. We're making sure those bikes are secured. So if you're worried about jostling with your bikes, this can be a great option for you. Well, I think that about does it for our look at the Hollywood Racks Destination Bike Rack on our 2020 Cadillac Escalade. I'm Bobby. Thank you for watching.
Now we're going to go ahead and take it on our test course. First we'll start with the slaloms. This is going to show the side-to-side action. It's kind of going to mimic the movements that you'll see whenever you're driving down the road normally. Now we'll have the alternating speed bumps. This is going to be more so like the uneven roads and some of that uneven terrain you might be traveling on, and see how it holds up.